John, there's never a dull moment when you're around.
Hi, Archana. How are you doing?
Very well, thank you. But I have to say, you always think things through before you do whatever you do. So firstly, I'd just like to know, are you feeling being the face of Arunachal Pradesh?
Well, I'm very, very honored to be the face of Arunachal Pradesh. Honestly, I speak from my heart. It's not a rehearsed speech here. And when I got this offer from Viacom and the Arunachal government, I was very excited, and because Arunachal stands for so much more than just a state. It stands for mysticism, it stands for beauty, it stands for adventure. There's a lot of history in Arunachal. And when you read about Arunachal Pradesh, it actually reads like a film, and it's beautiful. So I'm very excited, but more than excited, I must use my words correctly. I'm actually very, very honored to be the brand ambassador of Arunachal Pradesh. And I was talking to Dr. Beda and Mr. Kelly some time ago, and the one thing I asked them was that, you have a brand ambassador, and it's fine that he shows his face, but how does that face add value? And I think the important thing is, after this press conference is the way forward from here, as to how we're going to add value to this association. Sudhanshu and I have worked together before. We've been friends from before, and he's a wonderful man. And I think each one of us brings a certain skill set to the table. What is it that I'm going to get to Arunachal Pradesh, to the region of the Northeast? And that's something that we have to actively plan from now.
You must have liked something to say, yes, I want to do this. There must have been something about Arunachal Pradesh that attracts you a lot. What would that thing be?
Well, simply putting it, not that I need to get this in, but I have always been, there's been a close affinity to the region, the Northeast region. And I've got a football team there called Northeast United FC. And the important thing was to make the entire Northeast inclusive of not only the football team, but the rest of the country. And I really believe that if you haven't gone to the Northeast and if you haven't gone to Arunachal Pradesh, you're actually missing out on the beauty that this country has to offer you and the state has to offer you. And I really believe that I'm an adrenaline junkie. I love biking. I love whitewater rafting. And I love forests. And Arunachal Pradesh is practically covered 80% by forests. It's fantastic. And, it's probably the largest state in the Northeast, but the density of population per square kilometer is only 17 people per square kilometer. And that's the lowest that you can see there. So you can really understand how beautiful, serene, and untouched this place is. And I need an excuse to get out. And I found my excuse.
I trust you for having known all those facts. But frankly, they are huge fans of yours there. And I think it's about the fact that you keep so fit and you're always in the outdoor and you look forward to being with, you're so like down to earth, like you're so grounded in that sense. So do you think that also takes you there? Because you're so beautifully grounded as people.
Yeah, I think this is something that's very specific to Arunachal. The people are, and you'll really be bowled over by them. They're beautiful people, they're lovely people, and the people you actually have to meet to understand and absorb, because this kind of, in Hindi you say mehman nawazi, the way they greet you, the way they welcome you, and I've experienced that whenever I've traveled in the region, is absolutely fantastic. So just to give you an idea, there's something called the Zero Festival. And in fact, this is, I must confess, and I make no bones about it, I've been to Itanagar in a flight and back, but this is the first time that I'll be going to the Zero Festival, and it's something I really wanted to go to. And it's between the 22nd of September to the 25th of September. So I think, and I'm planning my visit at around the same time in the Northeast, meeting my football team. And I was asking Dr. Beda, how long is this chopper flight? And he said, listen, it takes you about 40 minutes and you fly across. So that's exactly what I'm going to hold him to. And I'm going to say, and I'm going to travel out there.
Sorry, a very corny one, but Zero mein hero hoga, and Zero mein hi puri dunya jo ki hai samati hai in many ways. So with that very profound statement, I think let's call upon our dignitaries to address. I open the question answer session with the media. We'd love for you to ask your questions. Mr. Watts, Mr. Beda, Dr. Beda, please.
Please sit. No, you sit.
Hi, John. This is Sohail. Congratulations for your association. I need to ask actually कि ये जो जगह है ऐसे सुना गया है कि it's very expensive actually. Traveling is too far and very expensive. You're holidaying it, So what would be, as a brand ambassador, what would be your initiative also, and people on the dais, actually dignitaries, to make it more, viable for people to reach there actually?
So I think the details of how expensive or cheap it is something Dr. Beda can throw light on. But let me tell you, you started your question with "Suna hai ki kafi expensive hai." There's an assumption that it is expensive. Well, I've done my research, and let me assure you that Arunachal Pradesh is not an expensive state at all. In fact, in marketing terms, and Sudhanshu knows this, we call it VFM, value for money. So, to see this kind of beauty and to see this kind of mysticism, and Sohail, I promise you, I'm not just saying this to, it's amazing that you're getting to see so much and such beautiful culture. It's a multicultural state. And these kind of sceneries and rivers and valleys, 7 valleys, if I may say so, it's unbelievable in the price that you're getting to see it in. So I don't think you can put a price to beauty. And that's not taking away from the fact that it's genuinely not expensive. Logistically, Dr. Beda and me were discussing, there are ALGs there are advanced landing grounds there. And he's probably more educated and better equipped to tell you, logistically when all that is going to open up to the civilian population, but in general, there are chopper services. You can actually fly to Kilabari, right? You can fly to Lilabadi, and it's a 1-hour drive to Itanagar, and there are 3 flights from Kolkata every week. So it is very accessible also, because in our head we always assume that it's right on the furthest point of the northeast, so it's not accessible. The point is we have not really given it a thought. I am here to tell you, give it a thought. It's fantastic. Go out there, see the place, and fall in love with it.
Yeah, Mr. Dr. Saab, I just needed to ask you, actually, it's an unexplored place, and there are lots of tribes also, like in the state. So are you really open to things, like for the technology wise or the advancement, or there are certain things like, maybe if you call up as a tribal people, there are lots of things which you don't really accept, like, to grow up also. So those are also some few things which really is trying to, disturb in the promotion of the state.
Okay. That's the reason why we are focusing on a sustainable development. All right. As John has already said, most of your questions are on assumptions. This is 21st century, and a lot of things have changed. I mean, you see these attires here. These are ethnic and exotic. However, a lot of things have changed. For example, I'm an IS officer. I'm from Arunachal, and I've served in Punjab 6 years. So it's not that things are still exotic and, things are back in 18th century, and people are not opening up. So that's not true. For example, John was mentioning about the Zero Festival of Music. We are trying to promote it as a Woodstock of the East. So people are very progressive. The mindset has changed. It's no more in the 19th century sort of thing. And whatever comes, the people are very opened up. I hope that answers your question. Yeah.
या डॉक्टर बीरा, आपसे मेरा यही है प्रश्न कि इसके आगे, क्योंकि वहाँ पे थोड़े जैसे आदिवासी लोग रहते हैं जो वहाँ की ब्यूटी है, तो वहाँ पे जैसे लोग जाते हैं तो सिक्योरिटी का आप किस तरीके से अरेंज करेंगे? कोई ऐसा रेस्ट्रिक्टेड एरिया है जहाँ तक आप जा सकते हैं, या उनके साथ में कोई गाइड जाएगा? इस तरीके की चीज़ें किस तरीके से डेवलप किया है?
अरुणाचल प्रदेश एक रेस्ट्रिक्टेड एरिया है, तो वहाँ आपको आने के लिए जो भारतीय जितने भी नागरिक हैं उनको इनर लाइन परमिट की ज़रूरत होता है, और फॉरेनर्स जो आते हैं उनको प्रोटेक्टेड एरिया परमिट रिक्वायर्ड होते हैं. तो नाउ दैट वी हैव मेड द पॉलिसी इन सच अ वे, फॉर एग्जांपल अर्लियर देयर वाज नो ट्रेन कनेक्शन, नाउ वी हैव अ डायरेक्ट ट्रेन कनेक्शन फ्रॉम गुवाहाटी टू ईटानगर. तो व्हेन यू अराइव इन द रेलवे स्टेशन यू गेट इनर लाइन परमिट. It's an inner line permit on arrival. Similarly, we have availed inner line permit also in the airport, Guwahati airport. So we have tried to make it as hassle-free as possible. और जैसे मैंने पहले प्रश्न का भी उत्तर दिया, आदिवासी in the sense is not that John knows how progressive the Northeast people are, and it's not that we are frozen in time from culture point of view. So we are a very open society, very progressive society, and जितने भी ये hassles जो आप बोल रहे हो, हमने इसको as much as possible हमने facilitate करने की कोशिश की.
Hi John, this is congratulations to you. I'd like to know the connection between you and Arunachal Pradesh.
Well, I have, like I said, I have an affinity for the Northeast. And when I got the opportunity and the honor to be the brand ambassador of Arunachal Pradesh, I grabbed it. That's my connect. Now my connect is going to be even deeper because, and that's the way I work as well. As a brand ambassador, I feel your job doesn't end there, it starts there. So my job and my responsibility would be of building not only tourism, but building the brand image of Arunachal Pradesh and what it stands for with Dr. Beda and with Satanshu and everybody involved. And I think that's very important. As a region, I'm in love with the region. As people, I'm in love with the people. I've always had an affinity for the Northeast, which is why I keep reiterating I have a football team in the Northeast when I was offered a football team anywhere in this country. So I think we're really missing the point when we don't go to the Northeast. We're really missing the point. And, without sounding controversial about it, but sounding honest about it, historically and especially historically, we've alienated the Northeast since a long time. And it's high time that we look at the Northeast and understand that that's our gateway into Southeast Asia. And even our respected Prime Minister, Mr. Modi, is actually concentrating on the Northeast. And I think that's very important because that's the new region. That's the region that's going to actually be the new baby. And I am very excited of being part of this entire process and growing in with this process.
Yes,
If I could-
Mr. Joram, my question to
Yeah.
you is,
Sorry, Mr.
I just wanted to
Sudhanshu.
quickly add to what John said to your question. I think it's more important. So, of course, John has certain association with Northeast. But the important thing which John will bring to table is to actually make sure that the youngsters of India, because he's a youth icon, get interested in Northeast. You see, and there is nobody better than John to be able to do it. I've known him personally, and you can see it already, the amount of research he's done, and the way he's talking about, Arunachal Pradesh, he's already very knowledgeable. So the kind of passion, commitment, and professionalism John will bring, and being a youth icon, gives us great confidence that we'll be able to drive Arunachal tourism. And I think that's the job or the task at hand, is to drive Arunachal tourism in specific and tourism in general. And I think there is no better person. He's very well equipped because of the qualities he brings in and the fan following he has with the youth.
yes, Mr. Joram, and it's good that everything is good since you have started. So my question to you is, what about the land which is grabbed by China? Are you missing that? And
Well-
would you like to have that back?
Well, I think that's not the right forum to discuss, as the issue that you have raised relates to external affairs, and right now the subject is tourism.
Yeah.
So we'll limit to tourism.
Yeah. I think we will limit the questions to tourism. The question which you've raised is a relevant question, but this is not the forum to sort of address this question. I think that's
Are we,
All you should know is that Arunachal is an integral part of India, and you will be surprised of all the northeastern states. When you come to Arunachal, we all speak Hindi. You'll be surprised.
Mr. Vats, this is a question. Going forward now, what are the future plans in this kind of vein? First, it's Arunachal Pradesh. Going forward, what kind of plans can we see?
Yeah, so this is as I was saying when I briefly spoke to you, I think, this is an area we want to open up. For Viacom 18, if you ask me, we've done a similar tie-up with Vivo, and I'm very excited that now Vivo as a brand is growing. So we are the ones who brought them here first time around. So I think everything which we did for them about a couple of years back, I think has borne fruit, so which is very good. I think the second piece now, our association, so therefore, Viacom has the capacity to build and introduce brands in India. And I think build brands for India and of India. In this case, it is our own brand, which is Arunachal Tourism. I think we are very confident that we'll be able to do this. I also feel that this is an experiment where I am confident that we should be successful on public-private partnership, because I personally feel moving forward, a lot of things, particularly in the area of tourism, but arguably in many other industries, have to happen in public-private partnership. So I think that's where government of Arunachal Pradesh and ourselves will be able to drive this. And with John being there, so this is what we want to do to begin with. But we are in dialogue with several other governments as well. It may be premature for me to say at this moment, but we are in dialogue with others as well. And we want to grow tourism as far as the country is concerned, because tourism, I come back to the same point, I think tourism has the highest potential to create jobs. And India does need to create jobs other than doing everything else. So I think, there are, as you know, 12 million people entering job market every year. So I think we need to create jobs rapidly. And tourism is one of the most, labor intensive in that sense, or ability to create jobs. It has that piece. And we are committed to it as an organization as well for the country.
हाय जॉन सर, मेरा सवाल आपसे है कि इसके पहले भी आपको कई प्रदेशों के लिए ऑफर आए होंगे, लेकिन आपने अरुणाचल प्रदेश को ही क्यों चुना?
सिंपल, मुझे नॉर्थ ईस्ट से लगाव है, और जैसे ही मुझे ऑफर मिला मैंने सोचा भी नहीं, मैंने कहा कि येस आई वांट टू डू इट. एंड जियोग्राफिकली अगर आप देखोगे जिस तरीके से अरुणाचल प्रदेश सिचुएटेड है, you've got Tibet, you've got China, you've got Burma, तो काफ़ी सारे इन्फ्लुएंसेस हैं वहाँ पे. एंड पर्सन जैसे मैं एक ट्रैवलर हूँ और ट्रैवलर की तरह सोचता हूँ. आई थिंक देयर इज नो बेटर प्लेस देन अरुणाचल प्रदेश.
एंड सर अक्सर फिल्में जहाँ शूट होती हैं वहाँ का टूरिज्म बढ़ जाता है, ऐसा सुन।
वही मैंने डॉक्टर बेड़ा से कहा कि I'd like to take an entire film to अरुणाचल प्रदेश, तो उन्होंने मुझे करेक्ट किया कि नॉट एन एंटायर फिल्म जॉन, पहले टेक वन शेड्यूल देयर एंड देन यू कम देयर, क्योंकि मैं काफ़ी एक्साइटेड हूँ टू एक्सप्लोर अ टेरेन। और हम लोग एटलीस्ट मैं अपने बारे में कह सकता हूँ और अपने इंडस्ट्री के बारे में कह सकता हूँ, वी आर रिस्पॉन्सिबल एज फिल्म मेकर्स, और हम यही चाहते हैं कि टूरिज्म जो एक एरिया में वो बढ़े. We'd like to see that, and I'm sure doctor can tell you there's a film that was shot recently there, और ये भी रंगून वहाँ पे शूट हुई थी, और हम यही चाहते हैं कि हमारी फिल्म भी वहाँ पे शूट हो.
Last two questions.
Hi, John. This is Shanti. Wanted to know from you which time of the year is a good idea to visit Arunachal? And how many days?
October to mid-Feb, because after mid-Feb it rains, and October from October it starts getting fantastic. So that's the best time to visit Arunachal Pradesh. Yeah, absolutely. I'd like to take time off personally to go there. In fact, we were discussing biking routes, and I was asking Dr. Beda which are the best biking routes. So he was mentioning some, because I like that space. I've done more than 3,000 miles in Europe. I've done quite a few thousand miles in the US, and I've done quite a few thousand miles in the rest of India. So I'd really like to go to the Northeast and Arunachal specifically to explore the space. The other thing I really enjoy is whitewater rafting. So these are two things. The third thing I enjoy, which we'll have to create space for, is bungee jumping. Because I love that. You get to jump from anywhere, and I love jumping. So if we can create spaces like that, it'll be a lot of fun.
Fantastic. धूम मचाने आ गए हैं. Thank you so much, John, for making this possible, because I'm sure Arunachal Pradesh, Viacom O18 and you are going to be a fantastic trio. Thank you, members of media. Lunch is being served. And for TV channels, there are bites that are going to happen, so you all can come forward. Thank you. Thank you all.
Thank you, guys.
Thank you.
John, yeah, this side. John, this side. John, this side. Sir, left में.
Thank you. Okay. John, Arunachal is called the land of rising stars. When you first visited this land, what were the key takeaways for you as a tourist?
Well, I think, a lot of people ask me, what are the key takeaways from Arunachal Pradesh? It's a land of mysticism, it's a land of culture, it's a land of mountains, it's a land of rivers, it's a land of, you name it, there is so much there. But most important for me is the people. The people, Arunachali people are the most beautiful people. They are fantastic. They are very warm people. So it's something that I really am excited about, and I say this on record every now and then that I'm very honored to be the brand ambassador of Arunachal Pradesh.
आपका contribution क्या रहेगा as a brand ambassador of?
जी, कंट्रीब्यूशन ये रहेगा कि एक तो ये है कि हम टूरिज़्म को बढ़ाएं उस एरिया में. दूसरा, जैसे किसने कहा कि आई थिंक व्हाट्स वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट इज हमारे जो यंगस्टर्स हैं उनको हम एडुकेट करें कि इंडिया डज नॉट एंड एट वेस्ट बंगाल, इंडिया एंड्स एट अरुणाचल प्रदेश. कि यंगस्टर्स अरुणाचल प्रदेश जाए. लॉजिस्टिकली वो इतनी मुश्किल जगह भी नहीं है जाने के लिए, तो हम कोशिश करें हम जाए. बिकॉज वंस यू गो देयर, मैं यकीन के साथ कह सकता हूँ कि जिनको ट्रैवलिंग पसंद है, जिनको हॉलीडेज़ पसंद है, अरुणाचल में काफ़ी कुछ मिलेगा उनको एक्सपीरियंस करने के लिए, एंड दे मस्ट गो देयर. क्योंकि सी आई टेल यू, क्योंकि हिस्टोरिकली और जियोग्राफिकली हमने नॉर्थ ईस्ट को काफ़ी एलियनेट किया है, और ये सब लोग जानते हैं. तो ये बहुत मतलब अफसोस की बात है एंड आई थिंक इट्स हाई टाइम हम नॉर्थ ईस्ट को पूरे इंडिया में इंक्लूड करें, इंक्लूसिव करें और बीइंग हैविंग अ टीम लाइक नॉर्थ ईस्ट यूनाइटेड एफसी जो मेरा फुटबॉल टीम है और बीइंग द ब्रांड एम्बेसडर ऑफ अरुणाचल प्रदेश, मैं काफ़ी क्लियर हूँ मेरे पोजीशनिंग में कि मुझे नॉर्थ ईस्ट को प्रमोट करना है, मुझे नॉर्थ ईस्ट को सपोर्ट करना है, नॉर्थ ईस्ट के लोगों को सपोर्ट करना है। वो मेरे लिए बहुत ज़रूरी है बिकॉज आई एम अ ट्रू इंडियन एंड आई बिलीव दैट बीइंग अ ट्रू इंडियन, हम लोग कंप्लेन करते हैं कि वहाँ पे बॉर्डर्स पे ये हो रहा है, वो बॉर्डर्स पे वो हो रहा है, बट हम लोग खुद वहाँ नहीं जाते, हम लोग खुद उसको प्रमोट नहीं करते। तो आई थिंक इट्स इम्पॉर्टेंट टू प्रमोट दोज काइंड ऑफ प्लेसेस।
Any plans to back northeastern talent as a producer in the future?
जी डेफिनेटली, क्योंकि इन टर्म्स ऑफ स्पोर्ट तो मैं काफ़ी कुछ कर रहा हूँ नॉर्थ ईस्ट के लिए। आई एम डूइंग अ लॉट क्योंकि आई हैव गॉट ऑल माय प्लेयर्स फ्रॉम द नॉर्थ ईस्ट प्रीडोमिनेंटली और नॉर्थ ईस्टर्न टैलेंट को बैक करना बहुत ज़रूरी है। इसलिए मैं डॉक्टर बेड़ा जो हमारे टूरिज्म मिनिस्टर है उनसे मैं कह रहा था कि आई वुड लाइक टू शूट फिल्म्स इन द नॉर्थ ईस्ट और नॉर्थ ईस्ट टैलेंट को हम लोग एम्प्लॉय करें, नॉट ओनली एज एक्टर्स but even in terms of sheer employment in the film industry. So there is no film industry there, but they are looking at a film and television institute there. Government से उन लोग grant मांग रहे हैं and I hope it goes through. They are in stage 1 right now. काफ़ी कुछ research करा है मैंने इन सब चीज़ों पे and I am very excited कि एक फिल्म वहाँ शूट हो चुकी है और मैं यही चाहता हूँ कि मेरी फिल्म भी वहाँ शूट हो क्योंकि वहाँ पे जो मुझे सपोर्ट मिलेगा इन टर्म्स ऑफ चॉपर्स, इन टर्म्स ऑफ यू नो जस्ट प्लेन लॉजिस्टिक्स इज फैंटास्टिक। एक बड़ी स्केल फिल्म बनाने के लिए ये सारी चीज़ें बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट होती हैं। प्रोडक्शन हम क्योंकि व्हाट्स द टाइम राइट नाउ, इट्स 10, 11, 12, इट्स 2, आई स्लेप्ट एट 10:30, नाइट शूटिंग चल रही है मेरी फोर्स 2 की and I'm finishing Force 2 by the 15th of September और 18th of November पे रिलीज़ हो रही है Force 2। तो काफ़ी कुछ एक्शन चल रहा है, बहुत एक्शन है इस फिल्म के अंदर and I hope everybody enjoys it.
Thank you guys, thank you. Thank you guys.
I'll tell you. I'll talk about Arunachal Pradesh tourism right now. Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you.